welcome. It's 1st of May 2023. It's 7th of May. Actually, it's 8th of May 2023. I'm Jan Dziewior and welcome to my show. We are starting with the news. So last week I was working night shift and it was going slower than usual. First 3 days, more people than working machine, not a lot to do, and time was going slow. But we had extended breaks, so it was very cool. 2 remaining days were going as usual, at usual pace. Regular breaks and time went a little bit faster, more to do. And Friday's last hour was cleaning up everything, closing doors, gates, plugging some machines or unplugging and cleaning stuff, so it went smoothly. This week I did some running in the middle of the week. I was doing 5 circles around the pitch. Then I was playing with the ball and 2 additional runs. It was very exhausting. I feel pain until this day. But today I also went on the pitch. I also did 5 circles around the pitch. Then I also played with the ball. Then I do 2 additional. After running I did some plank. Then after the second running I was playing with the ball and I felt I can't do one more step with any tempo. So I thought it's enough for today. And I just went back maybe half hour ago. I did shower. I was showering. So I thought before I get into bed, and probably I wouldn't be able to do it because I would rest and I would just look for any excuse to delay it or to make it tomorrow. I wanted to do it today, so tomorrow I can upload it and make it a Monday show. So that's why I'm doing it now, because I don't want to make my muscles rest and then again make it running. So I thought it may be a good idea to record it now. So to keep up with my writing and the night shift, I have a question. If you work night shift and you don't want to drink a beer before work, when is the right time to do it? In the morning hour, right after you finished working? Or right after you wake up, so the time is right, because you maybe wake up afternoon. So it's good right after you wake up in the afternoon hour, but right after waking up. So I think that's not healthy for your body, you know. It makes you alcoholic, I think. When you wake up, first thing you do is drink a beer. I'm not sure. So I guess it's always wrong when you have night shift. I was personally taking a beer in the morning hour, just like we used to do with friends of mine after long nights in a warehouse. Something like sunrise and joint and beer. It was, I consider, a good time. Very fun. Especially after 10 to 16 hours mix, constant walking and picking up stuff for 20 złotych for 1 ton. About 5 euros for 1 ton of picked up stuff and completed together on a pallet. If you made 10 tons, you got a decent money for this day, but you had to do it with pace and be lucky enough to have, let's say, only heavy beer or water on a pallet. So it's heavy and fast to do, so you could have another one fast and make more money. take to consideration how you could damage your back trying too hard and too fast. So it had to be done reasonable, and I think that was what I was doing or trying to do. There was some people that was also going to on a gym, you know, before or after they had some diets, and they was making extra money and extra effort for their, let's say, lifting up stuff. So I think it was good for them. But some people had to make a living out of it. They were doing 250 tons a month. I think this is crazy, you know, amount. And they didn't have big muscles like culturists, you know. They had like more humpy than muscle thing. So then I learned how to use muscles instead of bones connection more. And maybe I'm not too big, but at least I know what I'm using at what time. If you had only small stuff on order, you do it for an hour or something and it's light, so not very profitable. But you could rest walking. After a job like this, I think living here in Netherlands and having a job like I have right now is a luxury. So that would make me think that a beer in the morning is not necessarily a crime, right? Right before you go to sleep. I heard when I resigned, people hired there were working for 16 hours every day, for less money, by the way. So you have 8 hours to go home, to eat some food, sleep, and maybe even some life in between. And then you go to work again. So this week I was playing video games and watching Manchester City documentary about last season and a lot of interviews, to be honest, resting and having some mind battle going on. I don't know. It was a big deal because it's 7 episodes, 45 minutes each. I don't know if it makes sense for anybody, but that's what's happening in my mind. I'm not stoned. I didn't smoke anything, but it's still going on. Spirit is working all the time, I think. And we have to make it right. So I was playing a little bit of Football Manager and I got kicked out of Champions League by Chelsea in quarterfinals. So the revanche didn't go well. But I won league title. I'm not sure what went wrong. Maybe my opponents were ready for me in that particular way. I lost away game 3-1 after starting with offensive attitude. It didn't bring result that I was hoping to get. After season I signed Phil Foden and sold Rafinha for more quality in front. I say that because Rafinha didn't play well coming from the bench and or starting in the first lineup, first team. So I think I had to change something. I had also 20-year-old winger for him that was playing first team and did really good, but only with opponents not from top shelf opponents, maybe mid-table or low-table opponents. He was struggling with opponents that are considered top. I'm not sure what was wrong with defense. I think I have strong players. Maybe tactic issue or attitude and motivational talk. I'm not sure, but I'll try to figure it out while playing. So other play Other play I gamed Other game I played was City Skylines, and I tried to make a short video of it, but this editing program didn't do well. I couldn't get through this to make it short enough to show you, but I like playing it. City Skylines will drop hopefully this year, second part, City Skylines 2, and I think I will get it as soon as possible and try to make the best out of it. I hope the engine of this game will improve, so maybe it won't need a gamer's computer to have a bigger city. And that's it for the news. Let's go to the quiz. Okay, so let's start the quiz. You know the rules. The rules are simple. You think about the answer while music is playing. I hope you will get every answer right. If not, you will learn something in my head. So let's start the quiz. First question. What country hosted the 2016 Summer Olympics? What's this? So the answer is Brazil. For all of you that didn't know. Second question. Who directed the movie Titanic? The answer is James Cameron. Third question. What is the world's second largest country by land area? I think that's a tricky one. So it's not Russia or China, it's Canada. Fourth question. Which country is known as the land of the midnight sun? The answer is Norway. Beautiful country. Fifth and the final question. Which country won the first FIFA World Cup in 1930? So the answer is Uruguay. And that's it for the quiz. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like playing with me. Now it's time for sport news. So sport-wise, this week started for me in Wednesday when I was running, and Manchester City faced West Ham. I was watching first 20 minutes, or maybe it was Thursday, I don't remember. I was watching first 20 minutes, but first half didn't give us goals. I was watching 20 minutes before I had to go to work. Manchester City was playing possession game, had chances but without result. I couldn't watch the game, as I mentioned before, but in second half Citizens scored 3 goals. First goal was by Nathan Ake after Riyad Mahrez center from free kick. Second goal was scored by Erling Haaland, that is now the best goal scorer of all time in England. I think highest division in England football was called different before and had different rules, more teams, more matches. That's why he was breaking records before. But now this is all-time thing going on. Third goal was scored by Phil Foden. It was volley after a corner and it set the score. I can say it was good day. I can say it was a good game, but I couldn't watch it. In the same time, Liverpool played their game and they won. It was 1-0 and it was their 5th win in the row. City had 9 at this point. Manchester United lost their game day after 1-0 to Brighton, and it gave Liverpool chances to think about Champions League. So yesterday I was watching Manchester City against Leeds United, that is now managed by Sam Allardyce, well known for English football fans. What can I say? City were dominating force in this game, and with ultra of defensive Leeds they managed to score 2 goals from outside of the penalty area. Ilkay Gundogan was the one who scored. He could score first in his professional career hat-trick, but he hit the post from penalty. About 1 minute later Leeds scored a goal, but that was last goal we saw in this game. It ended up with a 2-1 score for City, and they have now 4 points more than Arsenal that played a game already. I don't know the score. I tried to watch Liverpool game as well, but my mind was constantly busy with something and I couldn't focus on the game itself. It ended up with 1-0 for Liverpool and they keep on winning. Good for you, Liverpool. It's 6 by now. I also wanted to see Borussia Dortmund today because I'm curious who will win the title in Bundesliga, because Bayern won 2-1 with Werder Bremen. I heard they didn't play best game of their lifetime, but they managed to win. Borussia, if they are thinking about Meisterschaft in Germany, I think they have to win every game possible now. And that's for Germany. And I heard Napoli is the Italian champions now. Good for them. Very good season for Napoli. They reached quarterfinals Champions League, lost with Milan, and if Kvaratskhelia scored penalty they could think about semi-finals, but that wasn't the case. They won about 4 matches before season ended, so I think throughout the season we can say that they have really good season going on. I wanted also to say that I'm buzzing for Champions League semi-finals that will happen this week. I know I will see some of it, about maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes of second halftime. Maybe I will snitch somewhere and see some parts of the game, but I will focus on my work while I'm working. I don't want to lose it. I hope it will bring us everything we love about football: passion and goals. So that was it for sports news. Let's go straight to the music news. From the music, recent week gave us new Ed Sheeran album. I heard bits and pieces of it, but it's an emotional one and I want to tune in other day. So far I have a lot on my mind. I'm not with him all the time, so I think I could interpret it wrong way now. So I will leave it for later. I hope you don't mind it. I was listening to older music. I wanted to mention two artists here, as I normally do. First artist I wanted to mention is Grzegorz Turnau. I'm coming back to his album To Tu To Tam every once in a while, and I find it very good. Maybe it's an intelligent way to say I hate you, but I don't think that's the case. He's a great composer. He's singing poems or songs that he is making himself, and I really like it, you know. Here's a little bit of Grzegorz Turnau.
Nim napiszesz wiersz, pomyśl i zważ, jak dalece słuszny to krok i czy naprawdę masz czas, żeby pisać wiersz, żeby pisać wiersz.
Yeah, I really like it, to be honest. I think it's a good music, and I find it moving. It brings me memories from my childhood, when it made my days beautiful. I remember we were listening to him with whole family while we were cleaning up the house. It was really fun. Other artist I wanted to mention is Donny Hathaway, one of the best singers of all time. He's right along to Grzegorz Turnau. One of the best singers of all time. He sings with passion and very good. You can hear him doing the best he can and he doesn't miss a note. He was singing covers and songs he wrote as well. I want you to hear Marvin Gaye's cover of the song What's Going On. I would play original to compare, but when last time I played Marvin Gaye's song, his copyrights called me and they mean business. So you can find original What's Going On song on YouTube or Spotify, wherever you like to listen to your music. But I like personally Donny's version, live version by the way, and that's how it goes. Let's listen until the chorus this time. I think it's shorter show, so we can afford it.
Mother, mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying. You know we gotta find a way to bring some love in here today. Farmers, farmers, we don't need to escalate. War is not the answer, 'cause only love company. You know we gotta find a way to bring some love in here today. Picket lines, picket signs, don't you punish me. Brutality, come to me. You can see what's going on. Hey, yeah, what's going on? I wanna know what's.
I love it, you know. I really like this album. You can find it anywhere on internet. It's easy to find. And that's it for music news. Let's go to the weather news. It's cloudy today, but I'm recording this yesterday, so maybe today, as you can watch it, it's better than yesterday's today. It was raining maybe 2 times this week. I'm starting to have my windows wide open more often, so it's getting hot these days. I hope summer will not overheat it. Here's one sunrise I catched coming back from work. And that's it for weather news. Now it's time for joke. So you want to hear a joke about construction? I'm still working on it. And that's it for today's show. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like behind. Let me know you watched it. And have a great week ahead. Take care everyone. Bye bye.